we're back again. Hey everybody, I'm Philip.
And I'm Justin.
And together we are Pajamas. And we were scrolling through the BuzzFeed and we found we found another Disney quiz. Disney quiz. Bet you wish we were going on a Disney quest.
Yes. We are questing through the quiz. I suppose that's one way of looking at it.
There you go. See, there you go. Disney quiz that Justin went, ooh. So I was like, we have to film it. So we're going to find out which wedding aesthetic will reveal, or your wedding aesthetic will reveal which Disney princess you are.
I am curious to know which Disney princess I am, though it does mention that it's purely by the wedding aesthetic. So it would be only be determined by a piece of their lives instead of the princess as a character as a whole.
Yeah.
So I suppose that would be a bit of a disclaimer.
This is also going to be interesting because our aesthetics are vastly different, which is awesome. Opposites attract, but we're very much opposite ends of the spectrum in a lot of things as far as aesthetics go. So let's get started. You want to go first or you want to go first?
I'd like to go first.
Okay.
Oh, Welch's. I like Welch's.
Okay. That's cute. Let's try that again. Wait to reload the page. Ooh, Pepsi. I like Pepsi.
It's all right that you like Pepsi.
I haven't had Pepsi in a long time.
Personally, my favorite is Coca-Cola.
So the suitcases are in the top of the closet. It was nice being with you, and
I'm all right with you having Pepsi. How about if we talk this over to see if it's all right? To see if it's all right that for me to like Coca-Cola.
I prefer Coca-Cola with liquor over Pepsi, especially like Coke and Jack Daniels, like whiskey and Coke. Oh, yeah, Coke by itself, no. Pepsi is better.
Well, we were able to bridge that.
Okay, so we're gonna do this now. We're going scrolling. Choose a type of wedding: beach wedding, vineyard wedding, church wedding, barn wedding, indoor wedding, outdoor wedding.
Well, I've never wanted to have any outdoor weddings because the weather can be unpredictable.
That makes sense, yeah.
I think that I would go with indoor wedding.
Okay. Choose a month to hold the ceremony: February, April, May, July, August, November.
Oh, what a shame. March isn't included.
Oh.
I would have liked it to be there because that's the month when we first met. How about May? By that time, the weather's all right enough, in my opinion.
Choose a time for the ceremony: 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m.
I'd like to have it close to the evening as possible, so I suppose that it would be 6.
What will you be wearing? And if you want to wear a dress, you can totally wear a dress. Wear whatever you want.
I'm debating with these two.
The middle ones, okay.
But that could be because of the background contributing to the dress.
Right.
Looking at them closely. This one.
I'm sorry, I was playing my glasses one.
This one.
Okay.
That one because there are sleeves.
Oh, okay. Choose a bouquet.
This is a little easier. No. This would possibly be a maybe if only it were thicker, much more bushy like this or this.
Right. But that one's orange.
Precisely why I didn't pick it.
It's your favorite color.
I think that the one that I would pick is this one. It's a good balance, whereas there's too much red in this one.
Okay, so we're going with this one. Choose the dresses for the bridesmaids.
What is it with all of these sleeveless gowns?
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of them either. I think this is a very narrow representation of what bridesmaids' dresses can be. Especially if I were to have a wedding, there wouldn't be any of these.
Yeah, so does this one even have something for the shoulders?
No, it looks like it's a halter type thing.
No, not that one. No. This is a wedding, not a funeral, so no. Unless if it's for a theme. If the wedding theme calls for black dresses, then yes, I would say that it would be appropriate.
Okay.
Because even during a wedding, there is a place for black dresses, but the whole aesthetic would have to go with it. I suppose these dresses?
Those ones? Okay. Choose reception decor. Again, these pictures are not the best as far as showing. Like, there's too much sun in that one. That's blurry. That's too much bokeh. That's not discussed. Like, what does that look like? Those two look almost exactly alike.
Well, as you mentioned, it isn't very clear. Mm-hmm. I think that I would go with this one. The candles. Whereas there doesn't seem to be candles in these other ones, so this one.
Okay. Choose a first dance song. Oh, God.
I am not familiar with any of these songs. Are you?
I know your song, At Last, and Can't Help Falling in Love. I feel like we should listen to the other ones. Okay, so we're going to listen to the other ones. We're going to not put it in the video, though, so we don't get copyright strike. So Perfect by Ed Sheeran.
20 minutes later.
We listened to all 6 songs. Which one do you pick?
Well, that definitely settles it. Your Song by Elton John.
All right. It's one of my favorite songs by him. Nice song. All right, choose cake.
No. Too small. Even though I really like icing, I would hope that they're icing, but still, no. I really love fruit. And I do love cake. Mm-hmm. So I suppose this one.
Okay. Choose a wedding extra. Photo booth, open bar, sparklers, live band, wedding photographer, just married car. That's tough. You just had to choose one. Oh, wedding videographer. My bad, not photographer. My former life when I was that, among many other things, in photography.
Are you able to change answers?
What did you want to change?
Oh, with the cake, I thought, even though this one would be the most delicious, at the same time, this is the fanciest one.
Okay.
So how about this one instead?
There you go.
But this is definitely a difficult question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Well, with open bar, what is being served? With live band, who's singing?
I mean, you probably have control over that because it'd be your wedding.
Well, I do like the thought of an orchestra playing at the wedding, so I suppose that live band would be the closest to it. But I also would like, since it would be in the evening, I would like there to be fireworks. And sparklers, I suppose, would be the closest thing to it. How about if I go with... sparklers?
Okay. You're Jasmine.
Wonderful.
You're most like Jasmine. No matter how hard you try, you cannot bite your tongue. That's not like you. Even if your opinion isn't the popular one. That is like you. You're a headstrong, free-spirited, compassionate person.
Well, like we said, this isn't an exact, precise quiz. And we're only looking at their marriage ceremonies and not every other aspect of their lives.
Yes. Choose a type of wedding. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and choose barn.
Which is good, as long as it's inside.
Choose a month. November. Time. 6. I will be wearing this awesome blue tuxedo. I've had to choose a bouquet. That's too busy. That looks like somebody just put like orange Laffy Taffy in a thing. That's too frou-frou for me. That looks like a loofah. That looks like dead flowers. I'm gonna have to go with this one, I guess. I like this one, but it just looks like it's wilty. But this looks too like you bought it at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. So if I could alter this just a hair, this top one here, I would go for this one because I think it would fit like the barn aesthetic. You can make it look cool, I think. So
would you say that you like it for its color, not necessarily for how it's shaped? Or do you like the shape but not the color?
If I could take the colors and move them to here, yeah. I don't like this. It just looks fake.
It was my problem with that one. It seemed like the bouquet was too tiny in that one.
Yeah. So we're gonna go with this one. Bright. My one would be so laid back. Like you don't like wear whatever the hell you want. You don't need to dress up in a costume to appreciate me showing my love for like my life partner or whatever. Like this is, I think, I'm not a wedding person. I think this is all frou BS. Personally, for me, it's not my thing. If I had to choose one though, and I could alter it, I would go with the maroon burgundy color here. Because I think that could look really cool. But I also like these ones right over here because it's a very like midsummer kind of feeling. So if I'm going with a barn, like a shabby chic barn aesthetic, I'm gonna go with these then. Because this just looks like straight out of the 70s. This looks like she's going out like to eat at a nice restaurant, not going to a wedding. It looks great on her. I think it looks like she has like blue tinted hair. It looks awesome. That's awful. And that's way too traditional for me. So I'm going to go here, because if you're going to wear something, at least be comfortable. And this looks like the most comfortable thing of them all. So, yeah, that one. This is going to be tough, because I like these bottom three. Because obviously string lights and stuff like that are my aesthetic. It would look awesome in a barn. Like a barn thing with a bunch of string lights would be just beautiful. This is a bad picture. There's too much lens flare.
Oh, there are candles in that.
Yeah, there's candles here, but it says exactly there's too much lens flare, and all you see is just like lens flare, and then the foreground is blurry, and the stuff you want to look at is in the background, but this is a bad picture. And I like this just because it's a wooden table, and it's between these two. Like if I can have this table with these lights, then it'd be cool. But I think the lighting could be changed easier than the table, so I'd probably go with this table.
I think that since these pictures are emphasizing the tables, then it should, maybe the ultimate decision should be on which table looks the best to you.
Okay. Yeah, it would be this one then. Yeah, that just looks like a really awesome table. First dance song would be At Last by Etta James. I knew that right away. Choose a cake. I also love Etta James. I'm not traditional, so that one looks really good, but that looks neat. But it also looks like Rice Krispie treats or like uncooked hamburger patties.
Yes, is this the wedding cake or is it the sandwich tray?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. It's more traditional, but I'm not a flowers guy. That looks like somebody put some like sprigs of mint on your cake. That I don't understand. That just a flower maybe, I don't know. And then this one is just looks like somebody was like, I'm gonna put a bunch of cauliflower and broccoli on the cake. So we're gonna go with this one. This is gonna be hard. I can rule out Just Married car and live band and sparklers. I'm having a hard time between photo booth, because those are awesome at weddings. I've helped run a few, and they just make the wedding that much more fun. Like, I don't want a fun, laid back, very easygoing wedding. You don't even need to dress up if you don't want to. Just wear whatever you want. You know, it's about being comfortable and celebrating the love, not putting on a show. Photo booths are fun. So are open bars. Open bars can be fun too. Like when we went to your sister's wedding, they had the open bar. That was great. That made the pain bearable for a little bit. But
it's easier to be much more sociable while lightly intoxicated.
Yeah.
It helps to make things seem less stiff.
Yeah.
The atmosphere, I mean.
But then, wedding videographer, having done wedding photography and helped on wedding videography, that's really important, especially if you hire the right person, which I would, because you're capturing moments that, hopefully would never happen again. So
that's what makes weddings so difficult when choosing, because it's ideally only going to happen once, so make everything count.
But I'm not, like we were talking before, like if we get married, keep the ceremony small, but the honeymoon big. Like if let's say you're going to spend like $15,000 on a wedding. Let's just throw a number out there, $15,000. I say spend like $2,000 on the wedding and then $13,000 on the honeymoon. Go to Europe, go to Japan, go to Australia. You go to like all these places you want. Like make it not just like a few days. Make it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Like make it like the ultimate vacation. That's what it should be. Because in the end, you're wanting to like share your love with everyone, but the ceremony is over in a matter of hours. After that, it's like, okay, now our life is together. Let's celebrate that in the best way possible. I think all the money should go. I know people don't agree with this, and that's totally fine. I just think all the money should go into the honeymoon. Like rent a cheap barn, get some cool string lights, get a nice, like really cool wooden table and some candles, and spend the money on the photographer or videographer. I would rather have a photographer personally, and spend the money on a good one. Make the cake reasonable. It doesn't be like some giant thing, and make the food reasonable. It doesn't be some big thing. Just make it like a get together with all your friends. But then splurge on the once in a lifetime, because the wedding's a once in a lifetime thing, but splurge on the memories you're going to make after that when you're just the two of you. To me, the memories you're going to make, as a couple are more important. Not to be mean to friends and family, but to me, that's the more intimate part of it. To me. Because that's just the two of you, and you're experiencing these things together with no one else. So, like, globetrot, put that $12,000 into that, because you can go to a lot of places. And you'll have a story that no one else has. Everyone has weddings, and they're almost all blueprint, copycat the same. I've shot a lot of them, I've been a part of a lot of them, and they're all the same. So my wedding, that's how I'd want it to be. Tip of the iceberg is the wedding. The bottom part of the iceberg is the honeymoon. But that's just me. So,
would you actually have a wedding planner?
I'm not saying no, but it would have to be someone who was in the same mindset as me, like very outside the box, shabby chic, very low key. I mean, it would help like get like catering and all that, but it doesn't need to be that pomp and circumstance. And I assumed if we got married, we'd be having a Jewish wedding because you're Jewish.
And also,
or we'd be having two weddings, or like maybe like the weddings for you and the receptions for me. Like we have like the Jewish wedding, but then like the low key barn based reception. So it's like part of you, part of me.
And there's also the fact that you could consult with different wedding planners and then pick one that is the closest to what you are looking for, and then go with that one. Oh, but actually a wedding planner should be flexible, because the wedding planner should know that many people are different and will, at least in theory, will want to have their own unique wedding, even if it is a copy and paste the same thing that this other couple had.
Yeah, I'm not a big wedding guy, so yeah. Sorry if I offended anybody out there, but that's just my opinion, obviously, and yeah.
Never be ashamed to tell the truth.
But if I had to pick, I would pick wedding videographer, but I would change videographer to photographer, because if you hire the right one, and I know exactly who I would hire, because they do great work, and we would get photos that were just amazing, because they're worth every penny. So yeah. That one. Amariel! Your bubbly and bright nature makes you a friendly person to be around. Oftentimes, you think more with your heart than your head, but you wouldn't have... That's not me at all. It's not me at all. I'm not bubbly.
But you are a friendly person to be around.
I definitely don't think with my heart more than my head. I established that in the Myers-Briggs test. We established that already. BuzzFeed, get your act together. All right, that was fun. I'm Ariel. Cool.
You like red hair, and well, you have the princess with the red hair.
Awesome. Yes, and gingers are nice. I do like some gingers.
Oh, and blue eyes like yours.
Awesome. All right, that took a lot longer than I thought, because we had to listen to all those freaking songs for the wedding song.
Usually for me to recognize a piece of music, that music needs to be so old. I mainly know classical, so it's sort of a prerequisite by default that the person who made it needs to be dead for me to actually know the song. But there are some modern musicians that do get to catch my attention.
All right. Well, that wraps it up for this BuzzFeed quiz on Disney princesses. I don't have a fancy outro, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Goodbye.